Hey Harmonizers, it's time for an update with Felix. I thought I'd start off with this really cute little clip from our security footage. This was Evelyn's first full ride with me. Evelyn's my 3-year-old daughter, and I'm riding Felix, so he's getting used to a whole bunch of craziness because she doesn't always ride with the best steering, but it was a lot of fun, and that was her first time riding without any ground support and us just literally riding together. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I'd share that with you guys. So this is Felix with a little training update here. So we've been working a lot on trying to improve his posture a little bit, because if horses ride in poor posture and have hollow backs, they can end up with a kissing spine. Their spines actually will compress a little bit. So it's really important that horses ride with either a neutral back or a lifted back. And so that's really important to start to teach horses to have a better posture. So we've been trying to work on that a little bit and trying to get his canter a little bit more balanced and a little bit slower. So it's starting to look a lot more balanced. It's a lot easier to steer him now in the canter, which is really, really great. I'm going to show you guys some of his flying lead changes as well as his jumping, which we've been working on. And little Evelyn, you can see, is on Dare in the middle. So sometimes the videoing gets a little bit interesting. But this is him here working on his canter again, and I'll show you some of his lead changes. So it still gets a little bit quick every now and again. It's not super consistent in rhythm. And as he gets stronger and more practice, then this will improve a lot. So here's one of his flying lead changes coming up. I love him. He's so nice and easy to ride. Very, very trainable. And these lead changes are almost automatic. They're pretty easy to get. Very little on my part that I have to do other than balancing him a little bit. And so he's doing really, really well with a lot of this. And the interesting thing about Felix is I don't have a ton of time to ride. So he's only getting worked twice a week. On average, we're doing 2 rides a week, and that's all he gets. So we've been able to make all of this progress literally just twice a week riding. And those sessions aren't full hour sessions. Sometimes people think you got to ride your horse for a full hour, but his back definitely isn't even strong enough for a full hour. And I'd say we probably ride for half an hour. And he's making lots of progress and doing really, really well with those short sessions. In fact, if we did longer sessions, he'd probably be more body sore and maybe be a bit more sour towards training. So this has been great for him to just have these short, effective sessions. So you can see his flying lead changes, super awesome, super clean. He's also pretty eager to stop. He's definitely not a super go-y horse. He's kind of nicely in the middle. I'd say a little bit more whoa than go. He's pretty easy to get going, but he's definitely easy to stop as well. And then here we're going to get into some of our little jumps. We were working on cantering poles and just trying to get these little jumps going, little cross rails. And in the beginning, when you teach horses to jump, it's just so important to stay out of their way, just keep them straight. And the biggest thing you're trying to do is build that trust as they're going over the jump, that you're not going to thump on their back, that you're not going to pull on their face, that you're not going to be really unbalanced around them or anything like that. So you just want to keep them straight, let them do their thing. They're going to get some weird takeoff spots every now and again. And it's your job as somebody training the horse how to go, is that you're going to be completely balanced on your own and not interfering with the horse whatsoever. That's the main thing that you want to do. Just stay out of their way. And so you're going to see coming up in a second, we're going to be doing 2 jumps in a row for the first time. And so he refuses. And that's pretty normal, totally expected. You can see Dare is being a super awesome pony, just literally standing there. She's happy to chill out while Evelyn's not riding and I'm doing the jump. She's like, okay, less exercise for me. But that's totally normal. Here you can see he comes in and he's like, oh, whoa, like I'm not sure where to place my feet. And so all I do is just turn him right, because he refused left. So I want to make sure I turn right. And then we just go off and we're going to try it again. You don't want to add any anxiety to the situation. You don't want to yank on them. You don't want to kick them, spur them, crop them. Here he didn't have the correct lead, so I just did a flying lead change to get him on the correct left lead to come in nice and balanced. So try to come in balanced, try to come in straight. That's totally fine that he broke to trot. And then here he got it, no problem. And then, we'll praise him for that. and then building up to doing some other little jumps, just trying to canter around, trying to get him to figure out how to adjust his feet a little bit. And it's something that they have to learn. They don't know how to adjust their feet, especially with somebody on their back. They have to figure all this stuff out. And you can see this is some of the reason why the filming got a little bit interesting, and there's lots of little pieces that I cropped out because otherwise you'd get a lot of this stuff. And although my daughter is super ridiculously cute, I figure you want to watch Felix more than you want to watch her. So there's him going over again. You can see he took a really awkward spot, kind of lifted up his hind end a little bit there. But you just want to praise them, say like, that's great, thank you for trying. You want to keep the jumps low so they have the ability to figure out their feet without hurting themselves. And you just want to make sure that the horse stays confident in their ability to learn and try. So I try really hard, just keep them straight, really relaxed rein, going over, make sure I stay in that 2-point position or that half seat, stay up off his back for the whole jump and the whole landing. That's the biggest thing, is make sure that the horse can trust you to jump. And that's one of the things with Ginny we're finding with really more novice riders that are bumping on her back a little bit over the jump. She doesn't want to jump for them, and that's totally understandable. So we're trying to give her more miles with people who are a little bit more balanced in jumping. And we try really hard with the students to make sure that they're giving the horses the loose rein and really practice that 2-point position and that half seat position so they're up off the horse's back. So you can see he's starting to figure out this contact a little bit more, not super consistent, but he's starting to get it here, starting to carry himself a little bit better, which is great. And there you can see his bum came under him really nicely for that halt transition. So he's improving a lot. We definitely have lots more work to do, but I'm super impressed with him. Can't wait to do more with him and probably get him started in a couple lessons soon. So thanks for watching. Hope you like him.